guys, Howard here. Yes, once again, it's him. With a video on effects pedals, actually, okay, which I'll explain. I get a lot of questions in the comment posts on my channel asking me about what effects are you using, what pedals do you like, what did you use on this or that video, and I also get it a lot in emails as well, just asking about what effects and effects pedals that I tend to favor. So I thought I would share a few of those with you guys today. And so let me say up front, a disclaimer, none of this stuff is paid for. I don't endorse anybody, nobody pays me to do this. These are just pedals that I personally like. But I will talk about Sonicake, the wonderful people at Sonicake, okay? So anyway, let's get into it, and I'll show you a few different pedals, ones that I've used in videos and ones that I like on stage. The first pedal is actually a Kamisi pedal. I think that's how you pronounce their name. And it's a tremolo pedal, you know, simulating the old Fender tremolo effect. And it sounds quite nice, actually. You know, that Stonesy thing, right? I'm in standard tuning, but on my video for this, I'm actually in the proper tuning. They'll probably hit me with a copyright on that anyway. But it's a really nice pedal. You can see it up on the screen. And I use various settings. You can increase the intensity. You can increase the speed, the rate of it. And it just sounds nice on a lot of different things. So once again, that's the Kamisi tremolo pedal, and it sounds quite nice when you mix it up with chorusing, which I'll talk about right now. I'm a big Andy Summers fan. I really think what he brought to the table is really cool and unique. And of course, in and of his time, a lot of players started copying his approach, you might say, right? But he used a clean tone with a telly, with a healthy dose of chorusing, nice jazz-influenced chord voicings, delay and stuff like that, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But there's a couple of chorus pedals that I really like. The one I'm going to talk about right now is called a Joyo. Joyo, I guess that's how you pronounce it. But there it is on the screen for you. And again, it's just a matter of depth, you know, rate and intensity, whatever you like, right? But it really makes clean chords sound quite nice on electric. Just gives it that big shimmering sound, you know, and it just sounds great. The other chorus pedal that I like is from Sonicake, which I mentioned earlier, so I'll talk about that pedal a little bit later. But let's talk about a few other pedals that I really like. And in fact, I think we might as well get to Sonicake because I use a lot of their stuff, okay? Here we go. Now, how I came across Sonicake pedals is I was going to do a video for George Harrison's Wah Wah. And I went to my old road gear to look for my bad horsey wah wah, which apparently went missing. Somebody, as Jimmy Page would say, some thieving magpie made off with it. So I didn't want to go out and buy another wah wah, and I just needed to do this video, right? So I got online and I saw this Sonicake Crybot pedal where you just preset it and go. And I thought, all right, well, that's perfect. So I bought this pedal and it arrived, and it's built like a nuclear bunker. You know what I mean? Fits in the palm of your hand. And I was just really, really impressed, and I used it for the video. And you can just preset it if you want to. So it's not like you have that total control like you have with a legitimate wah-wah pedal. But for just a groove or like laying down what I did, it's actually pretty cool. sounds pretty cool, right? And it can be really handy, like if you just want to use it, like I said, for a groove or cruising along on some nice jazzy funk chords. So here's the story on the wonderful folks at Sonicake. They caught wind of the video that I had made using their pedal, and I don't actually remember how, but it was pretty cool. They were really nice, and I got an email asking me if I would like to check out some of their other pedals. Well, of course I would. I'm a guitar player. I love pedals. But it was so cool. They're such great people over there, and they sent me all these pedals, no strings attached. You don't have to use them. You don't have to put them in videos, any of that stuff. But I just kind of fell in love with their pedals. I think they're made exceptionally well, and I think they sound great. Now, you heard the chorus pedal that I was using earlier. Here's the Sonicake Cloud Chorus, it's called. You can maybe hear the difference. It just has a little bit more depth and body to it. I do like the other chorus pedal as well. I think it's cool for brighter things, but this is a really nice sounding chorus pedal. It's got a nice even sweep to it, and of course you can, like all pedals, you can set the rate and the depth of it, but it's called the Cloud Chorus. And it's a really great sounding chorus pedal as well, okay? So I'm going to get into a couple of the distortion pedals that I used last, okay? But let's cover a few more of these great pedals from Sonicake. Now, when it comes to playing a nice melodic ballad or just a nice melody on guitar, even a solo, I like a little bit of delay on it. I like that ambient effect that it gives it and just kind of drawing the notes out a little bit. But you're kind of just using it for that. But this pedal can also be used to full-on effect, okay, like to create harmonies and all sorts of things, right? But it sounds nice. It's just a nice sound. And of course you can adjust how many delays it has. I generally set it like 1 and a little slight extra one, if you know what I mean. And you can adjust the speed, you can make the delays really long, and you can preset everything on this wonderful little bad boy of a pedal, and you can create guitar harmonies as well. So depending on your particular settings that you use on the pedal, you can create cascading chords, harmonizing with each other, chords on top of each other, lines on top of each other, a la Brian May, whatever you want to do. And you can see that I've got a rate of about that, right? Let's face it, it's just a lot of fun. And in addition to the Echo Rain, they also have a pedal called Ambience, I believe it's called. And it's a combination reverb and delay pedal all in one. I use orange amps these days. I used to be a Mesa Boogie guy for years, but I use orange amps. And I like the reverb that's in their amps. So if I want some reverb, I just kind of use that. But I did want to mention that pedal. It's pretty awesome because you can get some pretty intense combinations going between the two, all right? So let's get into the distortion pedals that I like. These are probably the most important, I'm guessing, for a lot of players. I get a lot of questions about what pedal are you using, okay? So there are two pedals that I really favor. The one that I've used for years is the Rat distortion pedal, and I'll take a picture of that and put it right on the screen for you, right over there. So as you can see from looking at it, it's been on a lot of gigs, okay? It's been on a lot of stages, and that thing is still cranking. And those settings are actually what I use, what you see on the screen. And it's a great pedal. I think it's a favorite of a lot of guys. You know, Jeff Beck used it and so many other players. And it's a really, really great pedal. It's been my pedal of choice, as I said. But once again, the folks at Sonicake sent me the Rude Mouse, okay? And it is one badass pedal. That's all I can say. So I'm just going to plug it in and show you some different settings. It's got a little switch on it, which I'll show you right now. So this little switch at the top here allows you to kind of switch between what I would call a full throttle metal sound to a more classic sound. I think this is metal this way and classic this way. I prefer the classic, of course, because the pedal has plenty of gain. Believe me, plenty of overdrive, and I'm going to show that to you right now. You can get like a really sort of classic, just good crunch, a la Jimmy Page, you know, early Zeppelin, and then you can just go completely over the top for screaming leads and every stomp in between. So I'll just start with some lighter tones with this little bad boy and walk you through, okay? You can hear it's just got a great full-bodied crunch tone to it. And as a note, I've got my little Orange Crush practice amp. That's all I'm playing through right now, and it's totally on a clean setting, and the pedal's really doing all the work. Hear that with open position chords. It doesn't get that sort of really nasty, ugly distortion going, right? So it's great for just really classic crunch chords like that, but you can take this pedal to the max and just get some serious sustain for solos or whatever you happen to be playing. So as you can see, it can get some pretty thick, heavy tones as well. And this is on a telly, right? How weird. Anyway, those are my current fave pedals. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And maybe you might want to pick up one or two of these for yourself. They're pretty inexpensive, by the way. They price this stuff really well. So anyway, there you go. Have a great day, a great week, a great everything. We'll see you soon.